I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars.
Primary research and collecting your own data. Hello. We're gonna do a little debrief of what I did today. I had a masterclass today. I was lucky enough to be able to attend a Dr. Dennis Gross training, and wow, I learned so much. First of all, I did not know that Dr. Dennis Gross was a skin cancer researcher. Holy shit, what? That's actually so sick, so cool. I learned so much, and we also got a lot of products, which is so nice of them. I was not expecting anything, maybe like some samples, honestly, but I'm shocked at how, hold on. Are you kidding me? What? I briefly looked at it with my friend who also attended the training, but let's look into it. So we got the Dr. Dennis Gross AHA BHA Daily Cleansing Gel, which will be actually really exciting to try, especially I've been breaking out so bad recently. It's honestly terrible. Next, we got their BH Balance Replenishing Cream. This feels so nice on the skin. Next, we got the Triple Correction Eye Serum. It's their retinol line. I will probably give this to my mom because I don't need that right now, and I'd rather just, give it to my mom. Oh, and then we got the Plump and Repair Lip Treatment. I tried this with my friend. We went to a cafe after training. Oof, it doesn't burn, but damn, I'm not a lip plumper girl. I don't love how it feels, and I also don't love how it looks because it gets your lips get so swollen and red. It looked like I was wearing lip liner from how red it was, but damn. This one I'm really excited about. It's a Universal Daily Peel. This is something that I've tried before. I've tried maybe like 10 of them, not consistently, not back to back. I've always been scared to use it daily because I have really sensitive skin and I'm afraid of damaging my skin barrier, but this is gentle enough to not cause any irritation or any redness with it. So I do actually want to give it a try, and I want to do there's 35 treatments in here, so I want to do like a 35 challenge of doing this every day and comparing the before and after to see how it really affects my skin. But so far I'm going to save it for now. And then other goodies, we got the Fill Plus Repair Serum little sample because it's 7 ml. And then, oh my god, I'm so excited about this. It's just a little claw clip. What? Let me test it out right now. So cute. And they have their little logo right there. Ooh, nice. Let's see. We also got this little pin, and also they had these orange pens. I took it home because why not? I went to Lululemon because I had to return something. I bought a shirt from them and it started pilling after one day of use. It was this forest green, dark green kind of color, and it was so soft. It felt so nice on, and I was so disappointed that it started pilling after one use.
Huh?
I was wearing it that day and I noticed, I was like, wait. And I went to my mom, I'm like, Mom, do you see any pilling? And she's like, maybe it's the style. And I was like, but it wasn't there before. And yeah, I couldn't return it because I'd already worn it, so I had to exchange it. And so what I did instead is I got another pair of leggings, but this is their warm edition, and that's the first time I've ever heard of that. I don't know if it's like a new thing, but it's a little bit thicker, so it's meant to keep you warmer, especially in the winter. So I'm excited to try that on and see how that feels. And yeah, so I did that and I'm glad. And then I also went and picked up my library book. So I heard a lot of good things about the book, The Housemaid. And so when I went to see the actual book, it was such a long waiting time. And then I checked on Libby and I went on a wait list for The Housemaid, but turns out I actually chose the wrong book because there's another book called The Housemaid. I read that one, and honestly, that was a pretty decent read. I wouldn't complain about it, but I still really wanted to read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I couldn't find it on Libby. I could only find the audiobook, and I'm not an audiobook girly, so I rather read. I put it on hold at my library, and finally, a couple days ago, I got the email that said that it's ready for pickup, and today I was like, why not? After my training, I can go in and get it, and I got it, and I'm very excited to read it. But actually, let me tell you, I've been reading Careless People by Sarah Wynne Williams, I believe. Ooh, I want to finish that before I actually start reading The Housemaid, but that's got me hooked. I went in thinking it was like a self-help book type, how to you know, not be greedy or whatever, but it was a memoir. I didn't realize that when I was placing myself on the wait list. It's actually a memoir about Sarah, who worked at Facebook for like 7 years, and basically she tells the tales of what it was like working at Facebook during the 2000s, especially in like a higher position, because she was like the director of global policy, I believe. So she worked pretty closely with Mark Zuckerberg and what's her name? Cheryl, I think. I'll be honest, like I don't know much about these companies. Like I know about Facebook, but I've never been into like the nitty-gritty details of like how it's formed and how it works and da-da-da-da, because I mean honestly, like how would we know from an outsider point of view? So honestly, I've been like, every page has got me shocked, and I'm hooked on to see like what happens next, like what's going on. I did not think I would enjoy this book this much, but it's been something that I've been reading outside of my commute. I actually have been feeling very overwhelmed and stressed out and anxious and all the negative emotions regarding my thesis. I feel really behind, and I'm worried that I'm not able to graduate on time. I'm kind of changing my approach. I was going to use this method called Okra, but that's honestly has been really complicated, and I've not been able to get permission to even do video recordings. No one's really been up for it. It's been a struggle, and then my supervisor suggested a new method for like just doing observations in a public space, which should be totally fine. And honestly, it sounds really good, but we've been trying to figure out and fine-tune the details of that, because it does require a lot, and like this has to be the final step, you know? So we've been going back and forth a lot, and as a result I had to change my research question, but I'm still waiting for confirmation of whether the research question that I have chosen is still like sufficient. So I'm just waiting to hear back from my supervisor, but I think I just need to follow up with him about that, and I kind of need to redo my lit review. Once I get my supervisor's feedback and finalize all the details for the methodology, I'm going to start observations and start gathering that data, and I'm also just gonna work on my methodology. I think I've started working on my methodology, but it's been a slow process just because I'm not sure exactly what to write. It's honestly really hard because I've never done this before. So it's a trial and error, honestly, and I would have to get his feedback on a lot of the writing that I do. But my goal is to just work on it slowly, and that's going to be the goal for today. I've been taking notes for, I want to say, about an hour now, and holy shit, not only is it long, I've only been doing half of the module because I did the other half yesterday. Not only is it really long, this is OHS law, so there's a lot of legal jargon, a lot of sections, and I know I have to memorize each and every one of them, and I'm just like, I can't. This is too much. I originally wanted to take this course like way later, but one of my professors was like, oh, it's best if you take it as soon as possible because it's going to help you with every other course. And I was like, fine. I have work at 12:45, so I have to leave around 11:45, and it's currently 10:56. I'm on the last section of this module. So I'm just gonna finish this and then just get myself ready. I already did my makeup because I knew I wouldn't have time if I started with the module first, so I'm glad I did that. I hate, like, there's a reason I didn't want to go into law, and this is actual torture. This is such a painful experience. I applaud every single law student out there and every lawyer. Like, damn, you've been through some shit. You've got the hustle and you've got a great mind to be able to memorize sections and sections. Like, those books are this big. I just know it. Good for you. Good on you.
funny because everyone's work days are Monday to Friday, but my work days are the weekend. So it's hard to enjoy it. My schedule's gonna be a lot better so I don't have to work as much. Okay, let's talk books. So yesterday I started and finished The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was very interesting and engaging. It kept me on the entire time, hence finishing it in one day. And I had work yesterday, so I started reading it on the commute and then I finished it. I stayed up until 2 a.m. just reading. So it definitely got me hooked, but I will say it was pretty predictable. And I recently, like a couple months ago, I watched a show that had essentially the same format. I don't know if it was inspired by this book or which one came first, but it was a show on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called, but if I do, I'll pop it around somewhere here. When I was reading it, at first I'm like, okay. And then I started getting the hint. I was like, I feel like this is what's gonna happen. Like I was predicting every twist. I will say I did like the ending in the sense of it was different from the show. But yeah, I think it was a fun read. I guess I had higher expectations based on how everyone was raving about it. I like mysteries where it's hard for me to predict what's gonna happen next. And this one wasn't really like that. I mean, yes, I wanted to see what's gonna happen, but I had my predictions already. I was like, okay, like I think this is what's gonna happen. I read it, I was like, okay, yeah, that is what happened. And then just like so on and so forth.
Good morning. So ever since my trip from like a week ago, my room has been a mess. And also my counter too. So that's not good. So I'm gonna take today to clean up my room, put everything away, organize it, declutter, all of the above, because this is causing me a lot of stress and it's making my mind just chaotic because I can't focus. Everything's all over the place and I don't like it. So we are going to clean up. Yay! Getting our life back together, one clean at a time. Let's go. I just procrastinated for a very long time, but we're gonna ignore that. I have a meeting at 7 with my supervisor, and I think this is going to be a very crazy meeting because I need to tell him about my thoughts about the progress of our thesis. It's not going great. I feel like we're very up in the air, and I really want to confirm some things. For example, like, what is our research question? Is this okay? Because once I rewrite my lit review, I don't want to write it again. So yeah, it's going to be a very scary meeting for me personally because I'm going to be really anxious to bring up all my concerns, but it has to be done. So before then, I want to get some things done. I want to work on my introduction section based on my new research question, work on my methodology section, only one part of the section, which should probably take me like 30 minutes to an hour. Like, it should not take that long. I want to make a post about recruitment, and then I reopened my ethics portal because our research question changed, so that means a lot of things changed. So I need to get approval on this new research question and process and methodology, and there's some changes that need to be approved. And then I want to make notes for module 7 and then just do some Anki review. See, overall it doesn't seem that bad. It's currently 12:51, so that means I have about 6 hours to just kind of like work on all this before my meeting. But like, I could still work on things after my meeting, but normally the meeting takes all my energy and I just want to like curl up in bed and just not do anything. So my goal is to finish all of this by 7 so that I don't have to look at it until the next day. I think it really depends on what you're doing, but honestly, this master's, I thought it was going to be a breeze in the park because I love my topic. I'm passionate about it. I really am glad that I'm doing something that will bring so much value into the field of retail. But this entire process of actually doing primary research and collecting your own data is so difficult. And the fact that it's not official, like nothing is solidified, I can't with 100% certainty and confidence say, this is my research project, this is how we're going to be doing our research, this is my methodology, because I still don't know. And that's honestly the worst part of this entire process. Anytime someone asks me, oh, what's your research about? I'm like, you know what? I don't really know. I really don't know. And I don't like that. I want to tell them like, hey, this is what my research about. This is what we're doing. This is how I'm collecting my data. This is the approach that I'm taking. But I can't say that with confidence because I still don't know, because we've been changing it back and forth. I don't know if I recommend doing a master's or a PhD. I'm not even like, I know some people in my cohort are doing a PhD, and honestly, they're ahead of the game. They're doing it and they're doing it well, and kudos to them. But me personally, no, I'm not doing my PhD. I don't even thinking about it makes me want to vomit. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm barely passing with this master's. Once it's done, I just want a job and I'm not ever think about this ever again. So I finished the methodology section. Honestly, that did not take me long, and at that point I was like, should I do the next section? But I did post the announcement for recruitment. I'm hoping it's a success because I'm really worried about where I am with responses. I'm only at 66 responses and I need about 180. Okay, I've surprisingly been pretty productive. I just finished going over the ethics amendment form and I made all the changes, almost all the changes. I still have to do some forms just because since my research question has changed, then all those forms need to be updated, but the actual application, everything has been updated. It's currently 6:06, so I'm just gonna do my module notes until my meeting starts.